Rivers State Judiciary has disassociated Justice Boma Diepiri and any other judge of the State High Court from any judgment involving the suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, the sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, and others. In a statement issued by the Chief Registrar of the High Court of Rivers State, David Madwenyi, the judiciary described as false an online news report alleging that suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara secured a court victory over President Bola Tinubu and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, at the Federal High Court. The report also said the court has ordered the sole administrator to vacate the government house. The statement noted that the report falsely claimed Justice Diepiri presided over the case and ruled that the appointment of a sole administrator to oversee the affairs of the state following the removal of a democratically elected governor was illegal, null and void. Madwenyi clarified that Justice Diepiri is not a judge of the Federal High Court, but of the Rivers State High Court, and is currently on Easter vacation, which commenced on Monday, April 14, 2025. He emphasized that the mention of Justice Diepiri's name in the report was both false and misleading, reflecting what he called the crass ignorance of the reporter, since the Federal High Court and State High Court are distinct institutions. The Chief Registrar further stated that no judge of the Rivers State High Court had issued any orders relating to the emergency rule in the state. He expressed concern over the growing trend of bloggers and online reporters sacrificing professionalism for traffic and financial gain. Madwenyi urged members of the public to seek proper clarification from the court or its officials before publishing or sharing court-related information. What do you have to say to that?
Here we are again. Here we are again. A very malicious and misleading story. You know, as I said earlier, if you look at the bloggers that publish all this news, there is a trace. There is a trace. We have been on this social media issue for a longer time, and we understand when this fake pump up. The governor's camp is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that there is chaos in Rivers State, chaos in the media, chaos in every aspect of life in Rivers State. And look at what they are doing, even to the now, court.
You considered in arriving at that allegation.
Okay, Chairman, I will answer you very well. If you watch well, Rivers State House of Assembly members, the 27, as you said, we are on vacation in United Kingdom, London precisely. They are done with their vacation. Have you seen any of them grant any interview anywhere? Have you seen any of their social media aid or media aid coming online to say anything that is misleading? Have you...
Continue, go ahead.
Have you seen any of the people doing anything higgledy-piggledy to make sure they lead the government of the day, to make sure that the government of the day doesn't function well? These are things being done and orchestrated by those who feel frustrated out of office. You see, there are some media aid I know that are connected to the suspended governor. They are angry and they will
do anything humanly possible to make sure that this news fly and these news are fake. You are not a naysayer in the social media. You are not a naysayer to the bloggers. I think you should look for a time and see where these news are coming from. Trace it very well. You see that most of these news are coming from just one source. They spread it. And you know, they have, at least they still have the resources to push some news out. They will just say, oh, we are giving you data of 10,000 or 20,000, and this thing will fly. There are persons who have not even seen 10,000 for the past 6 months, and they will, oh, let me have it, and they work with it. You know, due to the fact that the economy is affecting everyone, but you shouldn't be that daft to understand that there are certain things you don't need to push at. Look at this. Our court happens to be a very reserved place, a place we shouldn't just throw stone at. But look at what they are doing. They are making up report just to make sure that it suits to their own way of life and their own way of thinking. And that is also bringing Rivers State to a disrepute, sending bad light, sending bad report to others, and saying that,
oh, judgment. The next thing we have seen online is, oh, there's a judgment, but they are not abiding to it. They are not. They don't want to implement it. The sole administrator doesn't want to vacate office. Oh, and protests will come up again. Maybe this time around they will wear blue because they are good now with uniform. You see, I can still recall vividly in 2019, we were in opposite. Ojukaye flag Amakri and with Amechi, we with the Magnus Ngabi. Ojukaye told us that once you start protesting, you've lost. That the moment you go into the street and start protesting, that just count yourself as a loser.
But both camps have protested.
The other camp are saying they love what is happening. They are not protesting. They are only facilitating.
Excuse me, Otto. Look at. There was a protest.
Was it a protest?
There was a. What do you call that? You said that these ones will wear blue. The other ones will. I mean, the people also wore uniform. In this instance, they wore white.
Signifies peace. 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 Let there be peace in the state. Let there be good governance in the state. Let there be continuous enjoyment in the state.
They were pro-emergency rule protesters.
What is pro?
We have pro.
And we have
anti. Right now in Rivers State.
Yes.
So a group of women came out to protest against the emergency rule in Rivers State.
Okay.
And then after that, another group of women came out to protest in support for the emergency rule in Rivers State. So now it's protest and counter protest. A protest is ongoing. The counter happens the next day because each is trying to send a message across.
I want to ask, you watch movies, right?
I really don't have that much of a time.
Okay, we have antagonists and protagonists.
Protagonist,
right?
Yes.
Who is the protagonist? One who is supporting the movie. One who is in charge of the movie, maybe in our local palace, Ato. The antagonist, Booze. This is what is happening in Rivers State.
The thing is this. It depends on the side of the prison you are. From where you stand, the cup can be half full. From where the other person stands looking at the from where the other person stands looking at the same cup, it could be half empty.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you talk about being an antagonist or protagonist in this instance, it's very subjective because the people that are protesting against the emergency rule for the governor, they are the protagonist to him. And the people in camp of the suspended governor, those people are protagonists to them as well. And for you, they are antagonists. Now, on the flip side of the cup being half empty, now for the governor, the people protesting in support of emergency rule are antagonists. For the camp of the governor, they are antagonists. And for you, they are protagonists. So you see, the cup can be either half full or half empty, depending on where you're saying it and how you're saying it. So you cannot be saying one is a boss and one is the actor in Rivers State crisis.
You see, Chioma, you need to understand that if you're out, you're out. You can't be outside and be shouting, oh, we no go agree. It doesn't work that way. It's just like in this newsroom. It's just like where we are sitting down analyzing these political happenings in Nigeria and Rivers State precisely. You can't be outside and be shouting and you expect them to air whatever thing you are shouting. But once you are inside and you are discussing, analyzing the issue, understanding what it takes to bring to the public basically the truth and nothing but the truth, you understand that even if you are off the track, you are actually being aired and people are hearing you. So what is happening now, as I said, they are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that there is a distrust in the governance of retired Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas. That is what they are doing.
All right.